Hey families, I am going to go over what we've been talking in class about adding and subtracting on a number line so you can review with your child at home. So we've learned two strategies for counting on a number line. One strategy we're calling the count on, or sometimes we call that the adding strategy. And the other strategy we're calling the count back, or sometimes we call it the subtract or subtracting strategy. So we're gonna start with the count on or adding strategy. So when we're trying to compare two things, let's say I have one kid who's 84 centimeters tall, and I have another kid who maybe is 92 centimeters tall. And I might wonder, what is the difference between their heights? And we've been talking about how difference is the answer to a subtraction problem in class. So the first thing we do is we want to plot their two heights on our number line. So we're going to plot 84 and we're going to plot 92. Using the counting on or adding strategy, we're thinking, how much more would 84, or that student who's 84 centimeters, need to grow to reach that student who's 92 centimeters tall? So we think about it like 84 needs to grow how much to get to 92 centimeters? And we can solve that by counting. Now, one mistake that students make is sometimes they count the tick marks. We do not count the tick marks. We count the spaces between the tick marks. So 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 spaces, 5 spaces, 6 spaces, 7 spaces, 8 spaces. Our difference between 92 and 84 is 8 centimeters. The other way we can solve is using the counting back or subtracting method. So I'll use a different color for this. So let's pretend there's a frog jumping contest. And the first frog hopped, let's do 77 centimeters. And the second frog hopped 86 centimeters, okay? So we want to find the difference between their hops. We start, same with the counting on strategy, by plotting our 2 points, 77 and 86. This time, instead of thinking about how much more would this frog need to hop to reach this frog, we're going to think, how much less would this frog need to have hopped to reach this frog? So we're thinking about moving back. We start with 86. We know we need to move back, so we use our subtraction sign. We don't know how far yet, but we know we're going to stop at 77. So now we do our hops. And again, we're counting the spaces, not the tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our difference between the two frogs' hops is 9 centimeters. So I'm also going to provide you with a website with some of these number lines on it, and you and your student can just use fingers to mark on the number line, and you can actually click on it in different parts as well to practice counting up and subtracting to find the difference between two numbers on a number line.